In this Resident Evil Requiem video, I want to talk about the latest updates and news from Gamescom as we got a new trailer shown off, giving us a fresh look at Grace Ashcroft's backstory. But fans are wondering, where's Leon? There is definitely speculation rumored that Leon might be shown off or at least actually confirmed to be in the game at Gamescom, but no, Capcom did not do that. We did get a deeper dive into Capcom's Resident Evil Requiem, which is playable at Gamescom, and there's been some hands-on previews with the game or about the game as well too. But the demo seems to be the same one from Summer Games Fest, from what many are talking about and reporting. And once again, the footage showed the game's new star Grace Ashcroft in action, though us as fans were left wondering about Leon's whereabouts. Following a phone call from an unknown voice, Grace Ashcroft and her mom, Alyssa, attempt to escape from the hotel in which they had been staying. As the power is cut and the pair are attacked, we already know what happens next, as Grace is seen investigating the hotel years later as an FBI analyst. Capcom previously promised that Requiem will feature a return to the series' overarching narrative, began 30 years ago, after more recent games such as Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village focus on events set elsewhere, with fewer connections to past titles. Already fans had noted the return of Raccoon City and references to the shadowy Umbrella Corporation. While hoping for more, including a first sighting of Leon, the devs have spoken about how they felt about Leon. We've always thought about making Leon the protagonist. Requiem director Toshi Nakanishi previously said, right? But making a horror game based around him is difficult. He wouldn't jump at a bucket falling. No one wants to see Leon scared by every little thing. So he's actually quite a bad match for horror. So that's what they talked about before, right? But many fans took this comment to mean that Leon was still in the game somewhere, likely in sequences that offered more action-oriented gameplay, as well stating the character wouldn't be suitable for horror sections. And Nakanishi notably stopped short of ruling the character out altogether. So there is speculation that maybe we'll get a section of the game where we play as Leon, kind of similar to how we did with Chris Redfield in actually both Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village, even though, albeit Resident Evil 7 was DLC, and Resident Evil Village was part of the base game in terms of playing as Chris Redfield, but still, you get the point. The demo itself, though, that outlets have been, talking about and having their hands-on experience with, takes place at Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center and stars the latest protagonist, Grace Ashcroft, who creeps through the dimly lit and suitable spooky setting armed with only a lighter and glass bottles. There seem to be no firearms to be seen in the demo, though. So there's an inherent emphasis on caution while keeping around the clinic's handful of rooms and a single long connecting hallway. Plus, you're able to play this game, or at least what was shown a demo gameplay footage, in third person as well as first person. And it's also important to note that the footage that's shown off from different outlets like IGN and more showed that it was just a small linear space to explore. Not much there. It lacked any real kind of exploration and was largely a task of collecting item A to open item B, which allows you to get item C, and so forth. But as simple as it sounds, in classic horror fashion, your uneasy confidence is quickly jump scared out of existence upon arrival as the yet unnamed Stalker enemy, which many speculate I believe to be Lisa Trevor. After Grace discovers a lifeless zombie, or infected, a hulking claw lurches into frame to manhandle the corpse. The camera lifts just as the creature plunges its teeth into the zombie skull, both demonstrating the beast's sheer mass and how it has little consideration for the series' iconic fodder. This new Stalker is Lady D tall, with the frame of Resident Evil's Lisa Trevor and the vice-like jaw of a Wendigo. She has bulbous eyes, claws for hands, and a hunched posture. Once unleashed, the Stalker, like his recent relatives, is persistent, promptly reacting to the sounds, sights, and smells of Grace. And from what I could see here, and this came off very much like Alien Isolation vibes to me, because this monstrosity can and will travel above you through the ceiling space, dropping down as quickly as it can scarp her off, or scarp her up. Basically, she's relentless and can easily outmaneuver you. Fortunately, there are a few tools in Grace's arsenal that can help you survive. The first being an aforementioned glass bottle. As you might expect, they are primarily used as a distraction tool, drawing the Stalker's attention to the other end of the hallway and buying you time to slip past. It can also, in theory, be used as a weapon, although I don't know if I'd recommend using a glass bottle as a weapon in Resident Evil games. I mean, yeah, nah. Plus, with most Stalker enemies in these games, you can't damage or kill Grace's pursuer. Perhaps Grace's most valuable weapon, though, as you may have gathered by now, is sneaking. While crouching, you are afforded some moments of mercy as you take advantage of whatever small pockets of space you can find, be that under tables or behind corners. It's a useful skill, particularly in the nurse's station room when drawing the attention of the beast is inevitable due to a scripted sequence. It does, however, only buy you a moment to slip by. And even when you reach a safer spot, flicking open your lighter to illuminate the darkness will draw the stalker's attention back to you. Creep as much as you wish, but your pursuer is always hot on your heels no matter how carefully you tread. Interestingly, this new enemy type does have an Achilles heel, and that's light, or more specifically, the bright white light of a room ceiling lamp. The tiny flame of the lighter didn't really seem to make a difference, but for some reason, yeah, a brighter light in the room definitely did. Because when chasing Grace into a well-lit room, the monster's skin visibly burns, causing her to scream and retreat. Not only does this put some of the power back into your hands as a player, but it's also a nice interpretation of Resident Evil's safe room rules. If you've ever seen Mr. X's bizarre backpedaling when he's confronted with a safe room, you'll know this change is a welcome one, adding some well overdue logic to the classic gameplay trope that magically blocks the stalker from entering your safe haven. While there was neither much space nor opportunity to explore thanks to the small environment and constant presence of the terrifying stalker, what little exploration is shown off seems to feel very familiar, like Resident Evil 7, Village, and the series in general. You manage inventory slots, examining items, finding strange keys to unlock strange doors, and fitting fuses into circuit breakers. It's all very traditional, and fans of the series will feel completely at home. The first-person perspective of the more recent mainline games also remains, and at the suggestion of the developers, it's the optimal way to play a horror sequence like this one. However, following in line with the upgrade Capcom provided Resident Evil Village, you can also play Resident Evil Requiem from the classic third-person perspective. Your choice of camera can be changed on the fly in the menu anytime you wish, allowing you to freely switch and create a different atmosphere. It's an interesting choice for a non-remake Resident Evil game, and certainly doesn't feel like an afterthought, even if it may cynically appear to be at first. In a way that perhaps only a AAA budget game can, both viewpoints are extremely well designed, with moments tailored for each experience to maximize the player's fear. In first person, the stalker looms larger and feels significantly more imposing, the restricted field of vision allowing for scripted scares to have more impact. It's clear that Capcom is aware of this, and has made an effort to maintain scares despite your preference. In this short gameplay slice, you get to see the first-person perspective and third-person perspective, but in third person, however, perspective-specific animations have Grace stumble and fall, ratcheting up the tension to make up for the reduced level of threat produced by the wider vision-granting perspective. It's definitely a lovely touch, and hopefully there's a ton more of this type of stuff in the full game. I just hope that we don't necessarily get the same type of demo later on when we actually get to play the demo, like everybody gets to try it. I definitely want it to be a different kind of demo, because if we've already seen this, many of us already seen this, it's like, okay, let's have something different, spice it up, change it up, give us maybe something a bit more engaging, interesting to do. We'll have to wait and see, though, as I don't think we will get a demo for like everyone to play until maybe a couple months before the release of the game. So maybe December, January at the latest. Earliest could potentially be October or even November. We'll have to wait and see, but that's all I got for you in this video. What do you think about this, guys, with the new update, with the trailer? Leon not exactly being confirmed yet to be in the game, but still kind of being speculated to be there in some capacity. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Sound off, please. If you enjoyed this video and learned something, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.